And welcome back. You're here at manifestingyourdreams.net with Pablo Miguel. I'm here with Dr. Donald Ozello in Las Vegas, and we're having a great time.
Yes,
I mean, this guy is so interesting. It's just like we're talking when we're not filming. I'm thinking like, oh my God, we should be filming this. All this great information that he's sharing. But we're going over manifesting your dreams. We're going over Think and Grow Rich. This week we're talking about specialized knowledge,
yes.
right? Specialized knowledge. This is so important because so many times you talk to people and they go like, oh, I do this or I do that. And I say, wow, that's great. Where did you learn that? And they took a weekend course, right?
Yeah.
And now they're like instant experts, right? or they even gave them a certification or something, right? And I go like, wow, there's people that study years and years and years, and they're still studying to become excellent at what they do. So you want to, you may want to watch a previous chapter that we have about being definiteness of purpose. Who do you want to become? What do you want to achieve in your life? What is the one thing you like to bring as your gift to the world? And then become a world-class expert at what you do, right? And it's been said when you look at people that they seem to be talented, right? Maybe sports people or maybe writers or entertainers, they're so talented, right? Or they're so lucky. And when you get to study their lives, then you find out they went through so many challenges.
Yes.
But what they did was they focused on what they wanted to do, right? And they called it 10,000 hours, right?
Okay.
They say it takes 10,000 hours. Just imagine that even if you're doing it part-time, right?
Yes.
5 hours or 10 hours a week, 20 years later, right, you got your 10,000 hours, and now suddenly you're an expert. So we're talking here with Don. He actually has seen thousands of or hundreds of patients, I don't know, a lot of patients. So it's not just getting the education, but also getting the practice and then seeing how they evolve. So health, I think, is very important if you want to be successful. If you want to manifest your dreams, you better be in good shape, right? You better do everything you can to stay healthy. So what are 3 tips that you can give our viewers that you see, because you see so many people that if they could focus on those 3 things, they will be ahead of, let's say, the masses as far as their health. Do you have anything that you can share related to that?
Yes, there's many things that I could go over, to be honest with you. But one of the things, I mentioned this in the first segment, was recovery. Recovery. Many injuries that I see in my office are because people are overtraining or they're overdoing it. They're overworking. They're not giving their body adequate rest between their training sessions. It's non-traumatic injuries. They are injuries that build up over time because people they train, and they are creating could be a strength imbalance. They are not allowing their muscles or their ligaments or their tendons or even the bones to recover from their training. No matter what sport that it is, there are overtraining injuries that are involved. It could be something, I had mentioned the bone, it could be something like a stress fracture, It could be a muscle issue, like people with the knees, they can get what is nicknamed runner's knee. It's called patellofemoral pain syndrome, where there's a strength imbalance. And so it's very important that you get adequate rest between your training sessions. All of overuse injuries have 3 issues in common, 3 contributing factors in common. First of all, it is overtraining, doing too much too soon. Number 2 is getting inadequate rest between training sessions. And number 3 is some type of biomechanical fault in the body. So the first 2 are extrinsic factors. They are outside the body. Those are things that we are doing that are causing these. And the biomechanical fault is an intrinsic factor. So it is something that is inside our body. And that is the weak spot that is going to get injured when we are doing too much. So we have to recover. You have to allow your body the chance to recover. It is so neglected that I see these injuries all the time, and I've done it. You get.
I know. I'm just talking, and I said, "Oh my God, he's been watching me."
You get overzealous. You get excited and you get out there and you do too much too soon. And an injury occurs in an area where a biomechanical fault is present. So we have to think about that, okay, is preventing these injuries by you formulate a good treatment plan that includes adequate
recovery, rest and recovery.
Okay. Yes. And then number two, like I spoke about, is a biomechanical fault, right? Many times biomechanical faults occur because we are only doing one type of training or one type of exercise. So we want to do some cross training. We want the most important thing in exercise, find something that you enjoy.
That you like, right? That makes a difference.
If you enjoy it,
yes,
then it's not going to be a job. It's not going to be something that you hate, and you will continue to do it. So find something you enjoy, do it correctly, and do it consistently. And then find a second type of exercise that you enjoy that complements that first type of exercise. And do that one correctly and consistently. Because if you love to run, and I love running, I run a couple times a week, anywhere from 1 mile to 4 or 5 miles, and I love that. But that's only part of my routine. So if you're a runner, you want to make sure that you include some type of strengthening exercise and some type of flexibility exercise. And I say this in my book, is that cross training is vital, because running, as great of an exercise as it is, it doesn't strengthen the upper body. It doesn't increase flexibility. So we want to make sure that we do some resistance training to strengthen our upper body, to strengthen the legs, to eliminate any strength imbalances or biomechanical faults. And we want to make sure that we do our flexibility training, do our stretching, not only to increase flexibility, but to decrease muscle tension. I always tell people in my office, when you're doing your stretching, you're not training to be a contortionist. You're not training to do the splits. You are stretching to decrease muscle tension.
Decrease the tension.
So go over the first 2 points again. Is we want to do everything that we can to prevent overtraining. And then the second thing is we want to do cross training. So those two things are very important in our exercise routine, in our training routine, and basically in our life. And then the third thing is, this goes along with both of the points that we're going to talk about, is you want to listen to your body's signals. Pain, symptoms, numbness, tingling, burning, fatigue, those are your body's signals. Your body is telling you something. So you have to listen to those. And you modify your training so that you don't get injured, so that you recover from your injuries. If you are fatigued, or if you are still sore, or you're still tight, or you just don't feel right from a workout or some type of training that you had previously, give yourself time to recover. Listen to your body's signals. Give yourself time to recover. If you were still sore from a training session, do not perform that same type of training session again. Find another type of exercise, or just spend a day stretching and recovering. And then nutrition. Nutrition, I'm not going to delve into it too deep, but you have to find what works for you. Because what works for you may not work.
It may never be the same thing, right?
And I hear this all the time. People say, oh, I'm going to try this diet. I'm going to try these nutritional strategies. This worked for my friend. This worked for a guy that I trained with. This worked for a gal that I ran with. But that may not work for you. There are general rules, but specifically there are individual things that each of us need to do. You may have a food allergy. You may have a food intolerance. Sometimes it just may be taste. Other people, depending on what their training is, they may need more protein, they may need more fat, they may need more carbohydrates, all along those lines. So we have to think about those things and develop nutritional strategies that work for you.
That is so powerful what you just said, because it's like there's no such thing as one size fits all,
Exactly.
right?
Yes, yes.
And this is something that I hear so often. I don't really like that. It's like I'm not going to do something on the long term, something that I don't like, right? So very, very powerful. Some of the things that you just shared today, because I see like a lot of people they're like weekend warriors, right?
Yes, yes.
So like they're working all week, and then on the weekend they go hiking. A lot of people like to go hiking,
Yes,
down,
yeah,
and
great
running,
exercise.
and then they hurt themselves. But it's like no pain, no gain. It's like, no pain, no gain. I have to keep on going through, and that may be the worst thing that they could do, because they don't allow the body to recover itself. And something you mentioned that's very, very powerful is like when you feel your body, something wrong with your body, pain could be one of those things. It could be an action signal, right?
Yes.
That there's something wrong that has to be corrected. But we live in a society where there's like a pill or a drink for everything, kind of like to numb the pain, if you will, right? It's kind of, and what I tell people is like, it's like if you're driving down the street in your car and you see the oil light coming in, right? It's like you're short of oil, right? So taking that medication might be the same thing that just cutting that light, so the light doesn't show up, but you didn't really solve the issue, right?
Exactly.
So we're gonna take a little break right now. We're gonna come back, and then we're going to talk about some other things. But this is really fascinating, because your body is amazing, right? The ability of our bodies to recover, to live longer for longevity, but there's some things that we need to do. And we're here with an expert, so I'm so proud, by the way. Dr. Donald Ozello, we're going to talk about his book when we get back. You do want to get that book, and you want to make sure anybody that is an athlete that exercises get that book. So we're here with Manifesting Your Dreams. And I want you to think about your health. I want you to think about your area of expertise, how you can manifest your dreams. We'll be right back.